Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the call for tonight. And if you can hear me, please put the letter. Well, not the letter. You can just say hello in the live chat box if you can hear me, and we will get started pretty much right away. I'll start with any questions that you might have on PLR or anything that you are trying to do. And whatever you want to ask about on our weekend Q&A, you are more than welcome to ask. And then I will briefly take a few questions, and then we'll just get right into what we're going to do tonight. So good to see you all here. And this is actually going to be something that I originally did and recorded, but the recording bombed, and I guess it was all audio once it was done. So I had to redo this. And so I just decided to open it up for everybody. And you can actually use what I'm going to be sharing tonight with any PLR product that you purchase. I like to focus on video PLR because there aren't a lot of discussions out there about that. You probably have heard just about everything there is to hear about PowerPoint or about Word documents or about written content. So I want to focus my attention on helping you to work with the video that you have. So how many of you all, if I were to ask you, you have video PLR on your hard drive or in your cloud drive? And if that's you, please put maybe the number 1 in the live chat box. I think that's interesting. A lot of us have it. It's a little difficult. It's a little more unwieldy to work with, but we're gonna take some shots at it tonight. Okay, so tonight I'm calling How to Quickly Profit from PLR, and we are going to get into a really, I'd say, very simple strategy that you can use that anybody can actually do, as long as you do not try to be too cute, and as long as you do not, I'd say, get intimidated by the process. And the reason that I'm going to suggest doing it the way I'm going to suggest it is just because there really is no reason for you to be intimidated. In particular, I'm going to be talking about the Warrior Plus network, and you should not be. And the main thing is, it is what I consider to be a learning network. You don't have to have an existing network at Warrior Plus in order to make 10 to 50 sales in your first few launches. You can actually find traffic there from people who are already looking to make money online. So all you've got to do is find the intersection between what you offer and what is being looked for. We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. And I want to talk briefly about understanding what people are looking for. And I've done this a couple of times now, and I think it is very instructive. I'm going to do it again. I did it on my Thursday night call, and it is, I think, probably probably the most telling and the easiest way to really get a sense for what people are actually looking for. And if you see me do this, forgive me. I think it's just very good information to have. And you're just going to go inside of your Warrior Plus account. You're going to go inside of your marketplace alerts, and then you're going to look there on the right-hand side, and you see the most followed vendors. If I were to look at what those most followed vendors are launching, then that's going to give me an indication of what people are actually buying, because you actually end up following a vendor when you go through the buying process. So these are more than likely vendors that are selling things. And so you want to find out what they're offering. In some cases, I'm looking at least 2 people on here who probably sell products in the $0 to $5 range. So in some cases, you see people on this list, and I'm not going to get into specifics, but there are people on this list who really are just generating leads, right? So again, you can exercise what we're going to be talking about using any kind of PLR, any kind of strategy, as long as you kind of follow what we're going to talk about. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? Does everybody see the most followed vendors and the most followed keywords? So if I were to ask you, well, what are people looking for on Warrior Plus? Well, they've already told you what they're looking for because they're asking for marketplace alerts. Some people are about 736 people are asking for Warrior Plus to send them an email every time somebody releases a product that's associated with WordPress. Right? And we can take advantage of that. There are at least 680 people who have requested that Warrior Plus send them an email every time that there's a product being released on PLR, on the subject. And it can be on teaching how to use PLR, or it can really be PLR itself. So regardless, there are 680 people who are going to find out about your launch if you've got anything to do with PLR or software or Facebook, 517. Offline, 474. So once again, when I tell you that you are going to get traffic to your offer, even if you've never gotten traffic before, and that traffic is going to be targeted, here's the evidence right here. Right? So if that makes sense to you so far, please put the number 2 in the live chat box. Yeah, okay, Dana's asking, didn't I do a training on doing intros to do PLR videos? Yes, I did. I will, if you will reach out to Sydney, I will tell her where to find it, and then I'll get it to her. Right? Yes, I did, Dana. And it's in a couple of different places, and I'm going to have to pull it together. I need to pull it together into all one place, and then I'll give it to Sydney, and then she'll pass it on to you. All right, so that's when I say understand what people are looking for. That's what I mean. There are people who already already telling you what they want. They're telling you what they want to get products about. They're telling you what they want to know about. And so what you and I have to do is, if we don't know what to create a product on, if we don't know how to generate leads, we need to figure out how we get our expertise to line up with what people are looking for. Right? So understand what people are looking for. Second thing here is we want to find a popular topic. And once again, we can do that through Warrior Plus, but we can also do that with Facebook. If we go to Facebook and we put in, or we go to, let's say, the Warrior Forum, and we do a search there, we can find out what people are actually talking about. And sometimes, now in some cases, I don't always take the Warrior Forum as gospel, but I will tell you one thing. If you want to find out what people are kind of thinking about, it is a very good place to just get your sense, your bearings about what people are talking about. So let's take a look. I'm going to go into the main discussion forum. Now, this is not what people are buying, but it is what they're talking about. Right? If you could use one marketing method, what would it be? Right? That's got 1,500 views. Maybe that's a lot, but we can kind of look at this on a relative basis, and we can say, what's the best way to promote a ClickBank product in 2017? And that has 3,000 views, and it has 58 replies. So what does that tell you? That tells you that at least 3,000 people saw that title and they thought, this is interesting. I want to see what this discussion is about. When others are 100, 167, 157. So you see that topic stands out. So if you have some knowledge about that, or you can go and get some knowledge about that, and you can teach on that, or you can get others to teach on that, then you probably have a topic that people are going to be interested for. Does that make sense? So if you get that, please put the number 3 in the live chat box. If you get that. Now, let's do a little bit more here. Let's see if we can find something that's in the thousands. Right, here's one. Free traffic sources. Well, I don't know if I like that one all that much. Let's see if we can find another one here. Wow, here's one. What did you do to make your first $100? Now, here's what's interesting about that topic. This product gets done, I'd say, 10 times a year by someone different every time. Right now, there are so many ways that you could take this thread and you could turn that into a product. And you can do that in any number of ways. How did you make your first $100 with PLR? How did you make your first $100 with Facebook ads? How did you make your first $100 as an affiliate marketer? right? And if you can be creative, and that even what I just said is not all that creative, but if you can take that thread and that topic, you can create a product. And again, what you're getting a sense for is what people really do want to know. Here's another one. I'm feeling burned out from so much I am garbage and failures. Again, read through the thread. Again, don't take the thread as gospel. What you're trying to do is you're trying to find out, well, what are people looking for? And the evidence is in the numbers in terms of how many people are actually reading the thread, right? Here's one. Is internet marketing a career or a hobby? Sick of working for the man. Mentorship wanted. Is a 5-figure month set and forget website possible in 2017? So again, this is what people are really thinking, right? This is what people are really talking about. This is what people are really interested in, judging by based on how they click, right? Now we can do that in social media, right? We can do that in Facebook. And if we have a general idea of what our topic area is, their search is getting better, right? Their search is getting better. Like we could put in CPA marketing. Now, the thing about this is that this is going to be kind of based in where what your friends are talking about and what your network is talking about. But we can go and we can find out and we can see the phrase. And we can take a look then at what some of the discussion is about that phrase. So you do have to have a title. You do have to have a topic that you go to Facebook with. And what you're going to do is you're going to see the topic that's kind of generating some discussion. Does that make sense? Right. So that's another way of just trying to get a sense for what can I connect to? What can I take my niche and what can I take my expertise and what topic can I connect it with? Because this is what people are interested in. Now, you have PLR, right? So what you want to do is, and this is, I say this in just about every training that I do, take the PLR and turn it into something usable. Why? Why is that? That's because you and I are a little more biased toward things that we think we can use more than we are toward things we think we can learn. And I'm sad to say I'm not trying to say that, modern man is doomed or anything like that. I'm just saying that's how we are. We tend to like things that we think we can use more than things that we have to learn because we view learning as work, even if we like to learn. I know people will say, and I'm one of them, that, hey, I really like education, right? I really like to learn things. But if I had my choice between reading through an encyclopedia sometimes and going to Google and get the answer, I'd go to Google if I can use it, right? So what you want to do is you want to take the PLR and try to turn it into something that I can use, right? Something usable. And when you do that, what you want to do, you can actually do that by leading with the topic, right? Leading with the topic. So in other words, when you turn it into something that can be used, you can turn it into something that can be used by somebody who's looking for information on, let's say, weight loss, right? You lead with the topic. This is all about weight loss. I'm trying to find weight loss people. You could lead with the application. So in other words, this is about the software or this is about the application. So you're looking for people who are interested in software and applications. You can lead with, and I don't really have it there, but you can also probably lead with the, you could probably lead with somebody who wants to use it or sell with it. And that would probably fall into the app range. So I could probably just say that falls under the app too. Now, what we can also do, and we should do, right? This doesn't have to be rocket science. You should add relevant bonuses. One of the things that you should be doing with your PLR when you get it is that you should be categorizing it. You should be putting it in places where you can easily do a search and that you can easily find what you're looking for so that all you have to do is go to your hard drive and then do a search for your topic. Right? That's what you should be able to do, because anytime that you're going to put an offer together, you should be able to go to your hard drive and find all of the content that you have to create a relevant bonus. Right? If you have to, and I've done this, I think in my Thursday night group. I don't know if I've done it here. What you can do is I'm going to open this up. you can tag things, right? So I could go to this and then I can create a tag down here at the bottom. Everybody see that? So I could call this, I could tag this as something for productivity. Okay, so this is a product review, right? So I could say this is also for product reviews. I'm going to save that. Well, let's see, I didn't save it. Okay, let's save that. So when I save those two tags, what am I doing? What I'm doing is I'm actually making this document searchable for what? What am I doing here? I'm doing this so that if I go looking for everything I have on product reviews, this document is going to come up when, even if it's not titled product review, even if it's not in a folder for product review, if I go looking on my hard drive for all the product review stuff, this document is going to be findable. And if I want to put it and use it as a bonus, I'm going to be able to. Does that make sense? Right? Does everybody get that? So if you get that, please put the number 4 in the live chat box. If you get that, all right, make it searchable. Make it searchable. Get your relevant bonuses. Just about anything that you are going to promote, just about anything that you are going to be using, you can create a bonus for it, probably with all the stuff you have on your hard drive. Right? You have more than enough stuff on your hard drive just with the PLR that you have. But if you don't make it searchable, then you're not going to be able to find it. And so, and this happens to me all the time. How many of you all have just a challenge finding stuff? And it isn't that you can't find it. It's just most, if not all of us, are pressed for time. And I don't know about you, if you've ever created something and you for sale, or you've done an affiliate promotion, you're probably doing it about 5 minutes before you get ready to do it. And so then, so you do a search, and then it starts searching, and you don't really have time to wait for it. So again, just make it findable. Yeah. So Helen says, I find organizing PLR a challenge. It is one of the most important things that you and I can do. I'm getting better at this over the last year and a half or two. I've gotten really a lot better at this. Everything that I get, I tag it, right? And it takes time. Right? It takes time to do that. But guess what? You get the time back. You get the time back on the back end, because when you're trying to look for something, it's going to be more findable because of those tags. Right? So again, so just add in relevant bonuses. And then what you're going to do is write a sales video, right? Write a sales video. I want to talk about this for a second. And in particular, right now, I'm talking in particular about, let's see if I can find I'm going to find this. So right now again, just depending on when you're watching this, I'm talking about right now, I'm talking about a PLR product on Bitcoin that we're going to change into something else. And so if I'm going to write the sales letter, now again, there are all kinds of ways to write a sales letter and a sales video. And you can get into the topics. As I said, I'm going to suggest that if you want tips on writing one, if you just go to type in, I think it's David Fry's 12-point foolproof sales letter. There's a PDF here. And I haven't found probably a better guide on that, right? He's got a great guide. If you just go through that, if you have trouble writing copy, like most people do, and you're not an expert, I can almost guarantee that I don't want to guarantee anybody anything, but I can tell you that if you will take that guide, David Fry's guide, and you will try to do what he says to do, you'll write a better sales letter or do a better sales video than you were going to do before you started with it, right? David Fry's 12-step foolproof sales letter, right? Just go through it. It's free just about every place. It's searchable. And if you go through that and you go through that step by step, you're probably going to write a decent sales letter. And there's a PDF I know that I typically get. Let me do a search for the PDF. I should be able to see it. I think it's here. Is this the one? Okay, they're all over the place, folks. So again, this is one. Somebody turn this into a video sales letter. It's searchable. I mean, just walk through the points. What I want to do with you right now, though, is I want to talk about content and how I would do this. So let's say that we're talking about a Bitcoin PLR, right? Here's what I'm going to lead with, right? You want to. I would say here that people are, because here's what I'm trying to reach. I'm trying to reach marketers who want to use the product to sell to people who want to learn about Bitcoin, right? That's why they buy PLRs. So I'm selling to people who want to buy the product and then sell it to other people who are interested in learning about Bitcoin. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to lead with this, right? Bitcoin is really popular and growing. Look at the chart. Right, and that's true. That's a fact. And so I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna do something visual, but I can state this. Right, that's a fact. I'm gonna also say that there are a number of courses that you can promote to those people if you have your affiliate link from Udemy. Right, I'm gonna say that you can find a number of affiliate products that you could promote to them if you get your affiliate link from ClickBank. I'm going to say that there are a number of products. If I do a search for Warrior Plus and Bitcoin, I can get an affiliate link for a number of products on Warrior Plus on Bitcoin. So I'm going to tell people this in the sales letter. Again, you don't really have to have a lot of fancy stuff in your sales letter. Tell the truth, right? Just tell the truth, because this is the truth, right? You're looking at this. This is what I would tell the people when I put my sales video together. And again, I'm not going to lie to people. I don't have a lot of slick copywriting techniques, right? I try to follow what David Fry says, and then I try to line this up with it. I'm also going to say, look, if I were to go in JVZoo, there are lots of products that you could promote. So here's what I'm saying to the people. Number one, people are interested in Bitcoin. Number two, right? You can find affiliate products to promote to them. So what do you need? You need what I have. You need my content. If you want to use this content, you need my product, which you could sell to them, or you need my stuff as lead generation content. So now you have this PLR product. The case that you're going to make is, hey, Mr. Marketer, you need what I have, because you can sell affiliate products, you can sell this product, and you can attract people and build a list who want to learn about Bitcoin. Does that make sense? So if you get that, please put the number 5 in the live chat box. That's the pitch that I'm making in the sales letter, the sales video. I don't care how you say it, right? I don't care how you put it. I think that if you put the facts and you lay them out, and you just kind of say it in the sales letter in a way that is compelling, it's going to make sense to some people. Now, again, you can tweak the sales video as you go along. You can make it better. You can make your sales video better. But again, that's the pitch, right? So we're gonna say you need my stuff because you need to be taking advantage of this growing market right here. Okay. So write a sales video with PowerPoint. And then I'm going to suggest you create a free or low price offer on Warrior Plus. And I said this at the beginning because I suggest if you're just starting out, and you don't have an affiliate network and a group of people, and you want to learn how to launch, right? Start with Warrior Plus. I consider it a learning network. It's a forgiving network if you don't get it right. If you aren't quite polished, you don't have to be. And I'm not saying that people there are lowbrow or anything like that. I'm saying it's a forgiving network because people there are interested in the bare minimum. It doesn't have to look pretty to them, right? More than likely, a little bit on JVZoo, you have to be a little bit more polished. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe you want to get there a little later on the process, or you might want to partner up with somebody to get on JVZoo. That's another way to do it. But if you want to launch and you want to learn the process, I suggest if you haven't launched anything yet, it's a cool thing to do to start Warrior Plus. Right now, if you have some affiliates, you got some people behind you, I'd say go ahead and go for it on JVZoo. Right? I know a number of people who can get some affiliates behind them when they first get started. Or now, here's one thing you could do. Right? Here's one thing you could do. When you see somebody offering a product and they tell you, hey, if you buy my coaching program, I'm going to promote your product. I'd say if it's, even if it's $200 or $300, it's worth it. Right now, you may not even be interested in the information. You may know the information already, but what you're doing is you're basically saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to go through your course and I'm going to hold you through promoting it. Right. And the reason I know that works is because I've done it before and I will do it again. Right. So I know it works, and don't be afraid to hold the person to it. And don't be afraid to drop, you know, a little more than what you normally would drop on a particular course. What are you paying for? Because look, if you get somebody to promote you, if you spent $200 on Facebook ads, right, you just get started. I know you can easily blow $200 on Facebook ads. You can pay $200 trying to get affiliates who do or do not promote you. So $200 to buy a course where you learn how to do something, and the person says, I'm going to promote you once you go through the course, it can be worth it. And I'm not, I'm not saying that you have to do that. I'm saying I've done that and it'll work. Okay. Now, I'm going to suggest you do something, and I think I talked about this before. One of the things that you can do is you can create the rebrandable software that I've been telling you about before. I'm going to open up this application. I'll show it to you again. And let's see if it's going to come open here. My computer's going to blink for a second, I think. Okay. This is a software dash builder, right? Software dash builder. And basically, and I'll show you what I did with it, right? I've done this a couple of times. I've done this several times, right? I'm going to take these videos from the PLR. And what I'm going to do, as a matter of fact, I did it today, right? I did this today for a promotion that I did. And okay, so here is the software that I created. Now I'm not going to go into in depth into this. David Cisneros has a course on this. He has a software. The most time you're going to spend, you're going to spend creating the dashboard. And I do the dashboard inside of Photoshop. Right. So this is something that I created today. Right. And so all I did was I took the videos and I turned it into software. So when I say turn it into something that they can use, basically what I'm saying is I'm going to turn this into something they can use to generate leads. I'm going to use this. I'm going to turn the PLR into something they can sell. I'm going to turn the PLR into something that has a little more higher perceived value. Now, again, I mean, you don't have to do software. There are other ways to do this. I'm saying that this is a way for you to take the PLR and to turn it into something that you can actually use to generate leads on Warrior Plus, right? How many of y'all understand what I mean? The big picture, right? So that's really the big picture, right? So let's go through the logic of this, right? Let's go through the logic. So on the front end, I'm going to give them the rebrandable software with resale rights on the front end. Now I'm going to use the PDF version for that. So I'm going to use the front end version of the PLR, and I'm going to tie that to the software, and I'm going to give the customer resale rights on the front end. Now Warrior Plus, depending on when you join, I think that you can actually join in. I think you can actually put a free offer in there if your account is over a certain age, right? If you were around when it was first back in 2011, 2012, your account is older, then you can actually do a free offer on Warrior Plus. And so, but even if you can't, right? I've seen a number of offers of rebrandable software between $1 and $5. And all you're really doing is number one, you're getting a sense for if someone is actually going to buy. Number two, you're building a buyer's list. right? That's what you're doing. You're building a buyer's list and you're doing it on Warrior Plus, and you're actually selling to do that. For your upsell, I would then take the upsell of the PLR and turn it into rebrandable software for the videos. And I think I just showed you that was the template that I used. In other words, here's the template for the video rebrandable software. There are 8 videos, right? I think there are 8 videos. Right there's videos. There are videos there. And so there are 8 videos. So all I really need is I need to create the software to have 8 videos. And I think I can open I can open the old software. I think I can find the thing that I saved here. You can take a look. Let's see if we can get this to open with the, okay, so this is how you create the software. And so, for example, button 1, right? Button 1 is going to show a YouTube video, and I'm going to put in here the YouTube video ID. And then I'm going to, when I get done with all these buttons, I'm going to create my software. So again, it's really easy to use and create. And what you're doing is you're changing the PLR into something that people can use. Right? So let's go ahead and close that up. Okay, so Heather's question is, did I take a course to get comfortable with Photoshop? I feel like not knowing is holding me back. There are 2 ways to look at that, Heather. And I have, at times, I have said, I used to say that it was one of those things that you, like HTML, you might as well go ahead and learn it. And I felt the same way about Photoshop. And there are about, I'd say there are about 10 things that once you know how to do them, you know enough as an internet marketer to get by. Now, there is software that's available now. I know some people use things like eCover Authority and Usign, and it helps them so that they don't have to learn Photoshop. I feel that I've benefited by being able to do Photoshop because I can do stuff like that. And Photoshop, you can learn. I'd say there are about 10 essentials for you to know, and everything else is almost like on-the-job training. So as an internet marketer, you're going to be forced to do some things where you're going to have to learn some techniques to do some things. And I could probably do, and my daughter has been really kind of pushing me to do something on that, to do a training or something on that. So I will be doing something on that very soon. Okay, so Robert, the software that I'm using to create the product is the software dash builder by Dave Cisneros. Actually, I've got a link to it here at the end, so I'll share that with you here at the end. I'll share that with you here at the end. I'll be maybe about 5 more minutes. Okay, so once we get that offer up, we're going to place an exit pop on the page. Now, again, this is probably, it seems like a minor thing, but it's the most important thing, because a lot of the traffic you're going to get from Warrior Plus, they're not going to be interested. They like to look at stuff. They're going to come to your page and they're going to leave real fast. So when they leave real fast, you want to leave them with an exit pop offer of something that's really cool. You should have something that's so cool that when I click away, I say, oh, well, you know, now that's worth having. So again, when you start this process, and you can develop this as you go, come up with something that's, I mean, super cool, that somebody would really benefit if they bought it. Then you will then say, when they click away from your offer, you offer them this other cool thing for free if they opt in. So what you're doing with that exit pop is you're saying, I'm going to collect leads even if I don't make a sale. Does that make sense? That's why this whole exercise is going to be worth it with PLR, because let's say that you might say, well, Charles, I don't have giveaway rights to the PLR. You don't need giveaway rights. What you need to do is to put up a sales page and an exit pop. Does everybody get what I'm saying there? So if you get what I'm saying there, put the number 6 in the live chat box. So I'm gonna run by that again. Let's say that the product creator does not give you rights to give it away. Fine, I don't care about that. I'm still gonna put up the product for sale, and I'm gonna have my exit pop on the page. And so even if somebody doesn't want to buy it, they're still gonna see a really cool offer from me on the exit. Now, if you're really slick and you don't have affiliates coming to your page, what else are you going to do? Right? You can also pop over the page with your autoresponder. I think I might even have that in here. But I don't have that in here. But you can actually, with GetResponse, with Aweber, with most autoresponders, you can pop over the page with another opt-in box. Right? So again, this is, if you can't make the sale, you might as well get the lead, right? And since Warrior is going to send you some traffic because you picked the right keywords, and again, it all goes back to picking those right keywords. What are you going to pick? You're going to pick those. You're going to pick those 10 popular subjects. You're gonna create products that the popular people are launching. And when you do that, you are going to get Warrior to send you some traffic. I'm not going to say it's going to be a bunch of it, but you and I have seen, I can quantify the amount of the number of people that are going to get an email about your product based on that screen. Right? And in some cases, when you're just getting started, if you can get 50 visitors to your page, targeted visitors, that's fantastic. Right. And again, you know, people who come to Warrior, they're interested in sometimes in making money like right yesterday. Right. If you don't have an offer that's going to show them how to do it yesterday, they may not be interested. They're going to click right off. But don't worry, because you're going to have a pop over, number one. In some cases, you're going to have a pop, an exit pop, number two. Right. And so what are we going to do? We're going to rinse and repeat with what? Every single PLR package, right? If you're not doing this with every single PLR package, guess what? You're missing out. You're missing out. This is something that you can do tomorrow with every PLR package that you have, right? It doesn't cost you. How much does it cost you to do this? It doesn't cost you anything to post an offer there, right? And hopefully somebody will buy it, but you know how to get traffic now. You know how to get eyeballs on it. You know how to put it up and put an exit pop on there. You know how to find a really cool offer. You know how to add some bonuses, rinse and repeat. And every time you rinse and repeat, right, you get better at it, right? You get a little smarter. Your copy's a little crisper. Your offer's a little better. It's a little tighter. Your page gets a little better looking, right? Brenda's asking, is Warrior Plus free? It is, right? It's free to list. Now, if you make a sale, it's not. Right? If you make a sale, it's not. But to list, it's free. Right? Good question. All right. Okay, so somebody was asking about the software that I said. You can get that at superfastactionbonus.com/Dave. He's got all the training there, right? I think he puts all the stuff there. And here's what I really like about this is that Dave is Dave's an offline guy, right? So with the files that he gave, he actually gave the graphics, which makes this a lot easier, right? So he's got the software, and then the reseller files make it worth it because he's given all of his software. Or his graphics. So in other words, all I really have to do with this stuff is I have to learn how to manipulate it and how to change the graphics. Right. So that's at superfastactionbonus.com/Dave. Superfastactionbonus.com/Dave. And if you get it, go through all Dave's training. I went through Dave's training in one day, and I created the software the same day. Right? I did it the same day. So if you go through all this training, you can get it the same day. Right? Any other questions? Okay. And then the productivity PLR was released today, and our bonus is at superfastactionbonus.com/productivity. All right. Okay. So any questions? Any questions on anything that we covered? Any questions on anything you covered? So go back and watch this again, right? Watch this webinar again. Walk through the process. It's very easy. Don't leave out any steps, right? Don't leave out any steps, because the key to the process is that you and I are going to collect leads even if we don't make a sale, right? We don't care if I don't say we don't care if you make a sale, but in some ways you don't care, right? Because if I put up enough offers and I put up enough exit pops and I put up enough popovers, guess what? My list is going to grow. It's a numbers game. I may not get it right the first time, but guess what? If I take, how many of you took all of your PLR offers, right? If you took all your PLR offers and you posted them and you did this with them, what would that be, right? What would that be like, right? If you could take all of them, right? All of them, get the sales page, do all of them. And if you want to do the software, do the software, right? But even if you can't do the software, do it without the software. Do all of them, right? Do all of them. There's nothing stopping you. It's free. All of them. You should do them. And then again, pop over. The key to this is having something super, super, super duper cool when I pop away. When you do the exit pop and I leave because I don't like what you have, and I see your free offer, it should be such a no-brainer that I say, okay, all right, they got me. I got to have this. Right? It should say, oh, you got me. Okay, you got me. I'm putting my real name and real email address in here because I want that. And it's free. Right? Okay. Any questions? It's called an exit pop, Brenda. Exit pop. An exit pop. All right. Any other questions? Okay, so if you're not on our daily newsletter, make sure that you can get us at the plrshow.com. Now you're looking at my notes from A. Weber, my conversation with A. Weber. So sorry about that. So in any case, thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Appreciate you all. Have a great night and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.